Hey, what's up guys? Spencer Rhodes here, and this is my video on whether or not Morgan Jones will die during the 4th season of Fear the Walking Dead. So, basically, this is a tough one. Morgan Jones is a character that has been, in a way, he's been a part of the franchise longer than almost every other character, except for, Rick, Shane, Carl, Lori. Not even really longer. He's been with them in the first episode of the original show. Lenny James was in the first episode of the original show, so Morgan has been alive for a long time. The show first premiered in 2010, so, his character has been around for a while, and yeah, sooner or later they could possibly kill him off. I don't know when. I was really worried about him getting killed off during All Out War, because in the comics he had died much earlier, and we knew that he had already built the jail cell. So during season 8, I thought that he would get killed. Maybe he would get shot with a poisonous bullet or a poisonous arrow covered in zombie gunk and get infected and slowly die, and Rick wanted to honor his final wish. Morgan would say, "Oh, life is precious," this and that, and Rick would want to honor him, so he would spare Negan. This ended up being Carl, and Morgan got to live. So in a way, I kind of feel like the writers kind of made a trade with that, but it's definitely impressive that he's been alive this long. He's one of my favorite characters. He's pretty much my favorite character left that's still alive. I still really like Beth and Abraham and Tyrese and Troy, I guess. Troy's from Fear the Walking Dead, but a lot of my favorite characters are dead, and they've been dead for a while. And Morgan's my last favorite character that's still alive, still in the land of the living. And with Fear the Walking Dead, with the 4th season, I think that it would be weird to kill him off in Fear the Walking Dead. I just think that, if you're going to kill him off, you should kill him off in the original show. That is where his character started, and Lenny James was on the main cast for 3 years. He probably won't be on the main cast for season 9. I don't know who's going to be on the main cast for season 9. I guess the characters that have still stayed, plus a few new ones. Dwight and Morgan, I don't know, because we might not see them for a while. But I think that with Morgan, if you're going to kill off Morgan, you should kill him off in The Walking Dead, not Fear the Walking Dead. And Morgan has said, I don't die. He's just like, I don't die, and just like all that shit. So in some ways it's true. An argument could be made that Morgan is basically invincible, because we kind of saw that in season 8, where he was standing beside Andy and another guy, and there was a bunch of gunshots, and they all fell to the floor, and Morgan was the only one that survived that. He woke up, and there was a zombie, and he was able to get away, and he just walked around like the Terminator and just shot everyone. It seems like whenever Morgan is in a battle, he just wins no matter what. He doesn't even struggle. I know he's gotten injured a few times, like he's been shot and whatnot, but for the most part, it kind of makes sense that Morgan believes what he believes, that he's invincible and that he doesn't die. And maybe he's wrong. Maybe he will die, sooner or later. But maybe he's right. Maybe he'll be one of the few people maybe he'll be one of the few people that lives to be in his 90s. Maybe he'll be one of the last ones standing. I would really like that. I would really like to see Morgan survive. And so many characters have gotten killed off. I know The Walking Dead is all about death and whatnot, but I think that, Morgan could be one of those characters that just is not killed off. I don't know. Like I said before, I just think that killing Morgan in Fear the Walking Dead would be a mistake. I'm worried that they're going to do that. Fear the Walking Dead has made so many mistakes in Season 3 and Season 2. The Walking Dead has made so many mistakes in Season 7 and Season 8. if you love both shows, if you love every part of both shows, great. You know, I'm truly from the bottom of my heart jealous of you, but the franchise has made some mistakes, a lot of mistakes. AMC refuses to give the shows a proper budget. I think sometimes there's the dialogue's bad, the characters get killed off earlier than they should get killed off, there's just a bunch of filler episodes. So I wouldn't put it past them to be stupid enough to kill off Morgan in Fear the Walking Dead. I mean, look at what they did with Andrea. Look at what they did with Carl. I mean, they don't care. You know, Morgan has certainly survived a very long time, but sooner or later there's going to be someone in the writer's room that's like, oh, you know, we got this character that's been on the franchise for almost 10 years. Let's kill them off so that it has an emotional reaction from the audience. Because they're all about the ratings grabs. I mean, why take this famous moment from the comics, from issue 100, where Negan kills Glenn, and split it into 2 episodes? Not just 2 episodes, but the season finale of one season and the season premiere of another season, to grab ratings. Why have Carl lift up his shirt and have a zombie bite, and then a 2-month, you know, 2-month wait for the next episode to grab ratings? You know, it's all about ratings and stupid shit like that. It's not always about what's best for the story and what's best for the characters. So yeah, sooner or later, killing off Morgan could become a thing. I'm surprised and shocked in a good way that Morgan has not died yet, but you know, the story's not over. They could still do it. They could still kill him off. And I certainly have not let my guard down. I don't want him to die. I don't want Morgan to die, period. I don't want Morgan as a character to die like someone doesn't want their dog to die in real life. You just don't want it. You like them and you don't want it. And yes, you can look at a TV show and be like, well, it's best for the story. It's best for the story. But there's been so much death in both shows. I want something besides that for once. I mean, goddamn, sing a new song. I know it's the zombie apocalypse, but I think the Walking Dead comics do a better job with this. Characters don't die all the time. You know, if there's story to be told, it gets told. You know, if there's character development to be had, it gets had. It's not just about ratings grabs. And the comics are a little more of a cult thing than the show. I know the comics are what started the show, but there's still only like 10, 20, 30,000 people that actually keep up with the comics, and then they're the ones that share it with everyone else. So with the shows, it's always been about grabbing ratings. At least the last few years, both Fear the Walking Dead and The Walking Dead, it's just about money, money, money. AMC doesn't want to have a budget. They don't want to spend money, but they want to make money. They don't want to give their shows money, but they want their shows to make all their money, you know? So killing Morgan, like killing off Carl, could be something that is done purely for ratings, or it could be that he gets killed off in the finale of Season 4 of Fear the Walking Dead to give the finale sort of a tragic ending. And, you know, I feel like Season 4 of The Walking Dead, it needs to have a big death. You know, I mean, maybe it'll be one of those seasons where no one important dies, kind of like how Season 6 of The Walking Dead was, unless you count Abraham. Maybe no. I mean, so many people died in Season 3 of Fear that maybe in Season 4 they won't kill off anyone. I could see them killing off Strand or showing Daniel Salazar's death. I mean, they haven't even gotten Ruben Blades into the show. Like, he hasn't even filmed as far as I know, so what are they going to do? They're going to have some character say, oh, he died this way, you know, and maybe they snuck him in and they filmed his death or something. Daniel Salazar might be something that's saved for season 5. I don't know. Like I said, I think they could kill off Strand. I mean, he's been on the show since the end of season 1. Maybe it's time to end his story. I mean, what is he going to do? Is he going to keep being a manipulative asshole that just rips everyone off and negotiates his way out of every deadly situation? I mean, how long can he do that, you know? So maybe this is the season that Strand dies. But I am worried about Morgan. I really am. they've killed off a lot of characters in the original show. He's one of the last originals left. The only characters from season 1 that are still alive are Rick, Morgan, Daryl, and Carol. There was Morales. They literally brought Morales back for ratings, and then 2 seconds later, they killed him off for ratings. I think the whole thing with Morales, it was just for ratings. I'm sorry, like, I just feel that it's just about ratings and killing characters off. I know it's a zombie apocalypse, but that's the cool thing about Morgan, is that he's always kind of been that character that does something besides die. If you're in season 1 of The Walking Dead, you're not going to make it to season 8, pretty much. You know, there's no chance, and yet somehow Morgan did it anyway. He wasn't really a part of Rick's group until the end of season 5 or the beginning of season 6, so I think that kind of kept him alive. But he's been on the main cast for 3 years, and he never died. You know, he survived all that war. So, you know, maybe the whole thing with bringing him to Fear the Walking Dead was just for ratings. You know, they knew that Fear the Walking Dead was becoming unpopular, and that people were starting to quit on the show, and they weren't wanting to watch it anymore, and that maybe, you know, having this big crossover character, I mean, they put it on all the posters and shit. They made it this big thing, this big announcement, because they wanted to get people talking. You know, putting Morgan in Fear the Walking Dead might have been for ratings in the first place. Killing him off might certainly be for ratings. Like I said, I don't want Morgan to die. You know, I just don't. Like, I've lost every other favorite character I have, and I want Morgan to... I kind of do want him to be one of the last ones standing. I think it would be really cool to have, like, season 12, season 13, season 14, and one thing they've highlighted now, and I do give them some credit for this, for highlighting this, is that the original show, it started with Rick and Morgan, and in season 7 and season 8, there were a few moments where they had Rick and Morgan, and they took note of the fact that it kind of started with them, and now it kind of goes full circle, especially in the episode where Rick and Morgan go to find saviors and kill saviors. You know, Rick says, like, let's finish this, just the two of us. You know, that's because it started with them and they're wanting it to end with them. And I would really, literally like to see that. Like, season 15 or whatever of The Walking Dead, the last episode of the original show, it's Rick and Morgan. Like, they're like the last one standing. I mean, you could have a few others or not. You know, it could just be Rick and Morgan. Like, I think that would be really cool. I mean, I guess you should probably have Judith and Daryl be alive, because if you kill off Judith, fans will go crazy. If you kill off Daryl, fans will go crazy. But I would like to see Morgan and Rick be like some of the sole survivors of the whole show, and like the last few seconds or the last few minutes of the original show is just Rick and Morgan like talking, and it's just them two, and they don't die. You know, I think that would be kind of cool. We've seen so much death. You know, at some point, I would like to see something besides death. You can kill off thousands of characters, but why can't 2 or 3 of them not die? You know, and I think Morgan would be a good choice as a survivor, and I don't want him to die. Like I said, he's one of my favorite characters, but I wouldn't put it past them. I hope he doesn't die in the 4th season of The Walking Dead, and I hope that he comes back to The Walking Dead. I know a lot of people are saying that he's going to be the one that brings both groups together, and that's possible. That he could bring both groups together. If Fear the Walking Dead, you know, if it's going to end in season 4 or season 5, yeah, you know, just take all the survivors and put them in The Walking Dead. Morgan could be the one to just bridge both groups and bring both groups together. And like I said, if you are going to kill Morgan, for goodness sake, then kill him in the original show, in The Walking Dead. So, you know, I hope that they don't kill him in this season, in season 4 of Fear. I wouldn't put it past them. I'm definitely worried. I mean, I was worried about Morgan in season 6 of The Walking Dead because he did, in the comics, he did die during No Way Out. You know, he did die during No Way Out. So I was worried about that, and then he made it to season 7, and I was worried about that, and he made it to All Out War, and I was worried about that. So he's definitely beaten the odds as far as I'm concerned, but yeah, I don't know for sure that he will make it out of the 4th season of Fear the Walking Dead. I hope that he does. I truly hope that he does. You know, I hope that he's in season 5 of Fear, or he just leaves the show and goes back to The Walking Dead, or that he bridges the groups, something to that nature. I'm really hoping that that's the higher purpose that they have for Morgan, but I don't know. I'm not 100% certain that Morgan will survive season 4 of Fear the Walking Dead. I was terrified that he would die in All Out War, and thankfully that didn't happen. But I don't have much of a break. I don't have much of a chance to breathe because here we are with Fear the Walking Dead. Fear the Walking Dead season 4, I could imagine it does need to have a sad death. Someone that we like is probably going to get killed. Hopefully it's not Morgan. Hopefully Morgan is the one that bridges both groups. Like he said, he doesn't die, he just sees it. I think that would be really cool to just have Morgan not die. So I'm as far as my answer to the question of whether or not he will die in the 4th season, if someone pointed a gun at my head and made me choose, I would say he survives. I would say it's more than a 50% chance that he will survive, but not very much. Not very much. I'm very worried. I'm very worried that they might kill him for a ratings grab, or they might kill him just for the sake of a sad death, or to introduce a big bad, or to introduce a big bad in the season finale. You know, I'm worried that they might try to kill him just because he's been a long-time character. So I don't know. I'm hoping that he makes it. I'm hoping that he makes it to either season 5 of Fear the Walking Dead or season 10 of The Walking Dead. That would be a big win for me to see him make it that long, because he is a long-time survivor and a long-time character, a long-time part of the franchise. I'm a big fan of Morgan and a big fan of Lenny James, and I just want them to keep him alive. So I don't know for sure that Morgan will survive this season of Fear. I'm hoping that he does. If I were forced to say an answer, I would say probably he will, but I don't know for sure. Anyway, those are my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Don't be shy. Hit that like and subscribe. I'm not going anywhere. My main goal is 250 subscribers. We are at 95 currently, so please, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and share this channel with anyone that you think would want to subscribe. Please, to anyone that's interested, please help me get to my 250 subscriber goal. We are almost at 100. So that's kind of a milestone in and of itself. I really appreciate everyone that has already subscribed and is supporting the channel and watching my videos. Any bit of support is just the most wonderful thing in the world, and I really appreciate it. But yeah, anyway, I am Spencer Rhodes, and I will see you guys later. Bye.